At the Rams training facility in Thousand Oaks, Gary Klein and Lindsay Thayer with the Los Angeles Times. Free agency is well underway and the Rams have made some moves. Receiver Robert Woods returns to Los Angeles and tackle Andrew Whitworth also joins the Rams. Gary, Robert Woods is a very familiar name in LA. He went to Sarah High School, he starred at USC, and what do you know, he's going to be back in the Coliseum.
USC's all-time leading receiver still coming back. He played last year with the Buffalo Bills at the Coliseum. He thought that was a one-off, but here he is with an opportunity to not only play with a new team, but maybe develop into a number one receiver, something he didn't really get a chance to do with the Bills in terms of the number of targets. We'll see, playing off Tavon Austin, if he could do that here.
Now, this is an interesting dynamic. They signed tackle Andrew Whitworth. He's 35 years old. The Rams head coach, he's 31 years old. Now, Whitworth, he's going to play left tackle. That means Greg Robinson. They're going to try him out on the right side, move the young guy to right tackle.
Rob Havenstein is already on the right side, but this is a move the Rams absolutely had to make. All of these moves, these two moves, anything coming forward, it all revolves around Jared Goff, the number one pick in the 2016 draft. Struggled last season in his 7 starts, sacked 26 times. They needed to find a rock on the left side that's going to keep him safe. And Andrew Whitworth, even though he's 35, shows no real signs of slowing down. He's the guy, at least for the short term. And in the meantime, Robinson will move over and maybe he can develop on the right side.
Sean McVeigh knew what kind of players he's wanted here on his roster. The Rams are really making the moves to make that happen. They traded William Hayes to Miami for a draft pick, and then they've made some other moves on the roster, releasing some guys who've been with the team for some time.
Hayes joked on a video he posted on Instagram that he was traded for a stapler and a coffee maker, but really it was an exchange.
Sad reality of the NFL.
It was some a draft pick exchange as well. The Rams also cut center Tim Barnes, tight end Lance Kendricks, and defensive lineman Eugene Sims. That was an attempt to clear some salary cap space. With Trumaine Johnson tagged, going to earn about $17 million this year, they needed to clear some cap space with these free agents coming in. I asked Sean McVeigh point blank, was this an attempt to distance yourself from the Jeff Fisher era? He said no, this was all about making the team better.
He said no. I think that might be a little bit of a hedged yes. Gary, other moves that you expect the Rams to make during free agency or other possibilities that you think are floated out there?
Well, I think we talked about Trumaine Johnson on one side as a cornerback. If they're shopping him around as a possible trade piece, regardless, they're going to need to find another guy to play on the other side, another cornerback, reliable, at least a reliable one. This is a draft that is supposedly deep in defensive backs, so they'll do that. They'll look, as we go into the free agency, the secondary and the third phases, there will be some players out there, and I think the Rams will be looking to fill that spot, as well as some linebackers and defensive linemen.
Be sure to continue to follow Gary for the latest on the Rams free agency news. Be sure to check out the Los Angeles Times with Gary Klein. I'm Lindsay Thayer from the Rams training facility.